You are watching PunkTV.ca, streaming videos on demand 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now with over 15,000 assets from videos to interviews, photos, and reviews of CDs, movies, and hot new products. PunkTV.ca is your web TV magazine. So keep watching PunkTV.ca.
Hey, I'm Greg.
We're from LateFallen. You're watching PunkTV.ca.
Quite a drain on the system, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally. It's so overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's a long weekend. I mean, there's so much going on in the city right now, too. There's Tattoo Convention, North and Northeast, the MMVAs, so it's just, the party started early this week, and we're just we got drunk, I think, on Wednesday, and we're just going to try to maintain.
Well, technically, like 3 weeks ago, we started the tour, so.
Absolutely.
Like I got to say, by 2 or 3 in the morning, I saw you both drinking water. Okay, now, is that a strategy that you guys have employed? You guys have any secrets for how to maintain your drunk and keep your drunk on over a long period of time?
You know what? In my defense, I just felt really weak last night. And it was really hot in the club. We just got off the stage. I just needed 1 bottle of water. So that's all I have to say for that.
So I usually have the beer and the water beside me at the stage. That's it.
Of course, I did see you on Wednesday night at the gala event, and you had all imbibed more than your share of liquid inebriants, liquid courage, if you will.
That night was a disaster.
Good time?
Yeah, we brought our friends with us from the band Jar.
Yeah.
And they're always in for trouble whenever we're with them. They were on the road with us for the 3 weeks, and a lot of hell raising, a lot of heartbreaking.
Kind of a homecoming of sorts.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
All right, so you guys have been around for a while. We might be presenting this to some kids for the first time. So why don't you give us a little bit of background on LateFallen, how you guys got together, how long you've been together, and all right, so you guys have been around for a while. We might be presenting this to some kids for the first time. So why don't you give us a little bit of background on LateFallen, how you guys got together, how long you've been together, and what the band is all about.
Well, I think we all got together as this lineup for about a couple of years now. We all knew each other. I knew Bob, the drummer, for a while, probably good 7, 8 years. We've been in bands since we were little kids and whatnot. And then met Stefan about 3, 4 years ago. We just kind of jammed around, told about the idea of having this band and whatever. And then one day we just met Greg. We played this one show, and we were testing out this new bass player, and he wasn't working out, and Greg really liked what he saw, and we really liked Greg. We hooked up, and it was at the Bovine. He just accidentally happened to catch our set, and it was cool ever since then. We never looked back. We've been best friends. We're rocking and rolling now. Things are good.
Okay, so LateFallen, what does this phrase mean? There's a lot of bands with names that you kind of have to really think about in order to get a meaning. What does it mean to you guys, and does it kind of speak of the philosophy of the band?
If you could think of a meaning and you want to share it with me, I can use it in another interview, but it just looks
I'll
good
write
on
one
the
for you.
t-shirt.
Actually, I think, the thing that struck me as odd is the first time I saw you guys, which is I think 3 years ago now?
Yeah.
When we first met?
Last music festival, yeah, in front of the Bovine, you did an interview.
2 years ago, maybe. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And someone had got a tattoo on their crotch of LateFallen.
Yeah,
I thought,
a few more since then.
okay, so how did this start out?
I think she did it first, that girl that you met, and then as we started to post them online, I think more kids just started seeing them, and then I don't know if they just wanted their picture up on the website too, but we started getting more photos sent to us of tattoos. So now we have a few now on the website.
Kids are really digging the logo, what we have with the wings and the sign, and I'm actually a big fan of it too. I would get a tattoo, but it's kind of not cool.
Like a brand, trying to make it like a stamp kind of thing. But
We're getting a really good reception from kids that really like it. They really like what they see, and they're kind of like, wow, this is a cool tattoo. If we're gonna get a band tattoo, might as well get it done.
I'm just
Personally,
thinking.
I'll get a Slayer one, but
I feel bad for them when we sign our big major record deal and they make us change our name and they all have their tattoos on.
How do you guys feel about people downloading your songs now that they're available and not paying them? Yeah, not paying for them.
At this point, I just want to get it out there. If you want to seal it off our merch table, if you want to burn it for your friend, just about spreading the word at this point. But it comes to a point where, we don't want to work our day jobs and we want to be able to do this full time. I'm not talking about getting rich, but just being able to do the band 100%, and we need that support. So
Self-sufficient.
absolutely.
Yeah.
like you said, a lot of money goes into it, and it's at this point it's all been our money, and people it's cool. Like you said, Greg said, you want to promote it, you want to get the music out there as much as you can. But at the same time, we're not asking to be millionaires or anything like that. You just want to make a living out of it, do your thing. And when people just kind of start stealing, and you kind of go, well, it's not always necessarily cool. But it's a bucket, like you said, 99 cents a song. People drop more money on that and stupid things, and this way you just kind of help the band out, and money goes out of our pockets to make this happen, and it's just kind of.
All right. So speaking of consuming, tell us about the plans to bring this product to the market. You guys are taking the CD out. Obviously, you got a video called Bloody Kiss and a tour coming up. Why don't you tell us about the tour and then tell us about Bloody Kiss, the video.
Yeah, well, we just got off the road. We were on the road for 3 weeks out east with, mentioned before, our friends Jar. And just got back the beginning of this week. We played the show last night. When are we going on the road next? August? We're planning on August now. Yeah, the video is on Much Music Plus, MTV and all that now. And we just started with the radio promotion and started getting picked up across the West Coast. So we're planning on going out west. Beginning of August, and then probably hitting out east again at the end, and then probably trying for September, October. We're gonna try to stay on the road as much as possible.
Kids might not know that my favorite bar in Toronto is the Bovine Sex Club, without a doubt, and you have the distinguished position of being the booking guy for that bar. Distinguished. Well, I'm thinking that in Toronto, being in that position, that's going to give you a little bit of clout. Am I right about that?
I meet a lot of people, like not just other band people, but a lot of industry people, and it's like a good way to kind of schmooze and keep it like on more of a social level. Like it's not like this formal meeting. I can have a drink and talk with somebody and not be too pushy, and try to move my band along, as well as like I get to meet a lot of cool bands and a lot of cool people, and a lot of those. It has its advantages because, like for example, we were in PEI, and we showed up to the venue, and I'm knocking on the door. The bar's locked, totally closed. They're renovating inside. The guy comes out, and I'm like, "We're supposed to be playing here, And he's like, "Oh no, we're not open on Tuesdays." So he calls the guy who books the show. He comes down. He's like, "I messed up." So pay this anyway, and then I get on the phone, start looking at the phone book, find a bar. Find out that a band that I'd booked at the Bovine before, similar music to us, this band called Syracuse Me, and got a hold of them, and because they knew me from the Bovine, and because I helped them out at the Bovine for shows, they threw us on the bill that night, and we got to play a show and get paid for not playing a show, so it all worked out.
It's not like, there's a big Toronto band, I don't want to say the name, but they've gotten really big, and as they've gotten bigger and bigger, they're no longer accessible from the media that have really put them in that position. They're using terms like corporate agenda to describe the way that yourself and obviously myself are trying to, make a living in this industry. And I think it could be better described by saying that, nowadays, if you're a musician, you have to be a producer and an engineer and all these other things too. Obviously, if you're a promoter and, you've got a way that you can generate enough income to make a living, but also, get contacts and everything out there. There's really no corporate agenda. It's not like you're selling out.
You have to be self-sufficient, and like everyone in the band kind of does their thing. Like, I help out a lot with the bookings because I can trade with bands and say, I'll help you out here if you help us out here, and make friends. Vanya, actually, it's funny they mentioned it, produced and recorded our record. Right. He works at a studio downtown, so we were able to record everything there. Our singer does all the graphic work for the album, for the t-shirts, and everything else. So, we keep the thing.
Watch PunkTV.ca for all the best modern rock videos and interviews.